you are preparing for academic or general exam?
Academic.
Academic. Is it your first attempt?
Yes.
Have you taken examination date?
Yes, it's April 29, but it is postponed now due to lockdown.
Okay. So what is the date which is available for exam now?
Don't know.
You don't know. And you're going to take computer delivered or manual paper?
No, written
Written
paper.
paper. Okay.
Yes.
And what is your band requirement?
My band requirement is 7.5.
Okay, 7.5. Which country you're targeting?
Australia, I am targeting now for internship.
For
1 year.
internship. Okay, 1 year
Yes.
internship. Okay, so you must be aware that this session is mainly about writing section, you know. So I'm just going to start this session, and if you guys are okay, you can turn on your videos. I have no issues. My video is already on, and I'm just telling everybody in advance it will be a recorded session. Fine, like I'll record this session. So ready everyone? Fine. So without wasting time, you know, I'm just starting this session. Whosoever is joining, they can join in between. So first of all, my name is Reema Sharma, nickname is Sweetie. You can see same is reflecting on the screen. Okay, and I'm an IELTS trainer. I teach PTE and TOEFL also. I am in this profession from past 9 years, and my own overall score in IELTS is 8.5. And as there are more than 200 students in the group, you know, so from past many days there are many new members as well. They were just requesting about to arrange a session about essay writing. So just on their request, I have arranged this session. So let's start, you know. First of all, let me explain you guys, if you just have started your preparation, first of all, you should be aware that how many types of essays are there in the IELTS writing, you know. If you don't know, then definitely you will not practice well. And it can happen that in the examination, you can get a type and you don't know that how introduction should be written or how conclusion should be written. Because the way we write introduction for one type of essay is mostly different. The way you will write introduction for another types of essays, you know. So it's good if you already know how many types of essays are there. Is screen visible to everyone? Is screen visible to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, let me explain you the types of essays. The first and most common type of essay is, which is quite easy also to write, is agree, disagree. And under this category, there is one more essay. To what extent do you agree? The main confusion of the students is, you know, how to deal with this type. So just clarifying how to deal with these two types of essay. See, when you will get a question, this type of essay, question will be straightforward. Do you agree or disagree? As we know, or is given, so we have to choose one side, you know, either completely agree or you are completely disagree. And when we are writing this type of essay, completely word is not required. Okay. But when we are writing to what extent do you agree, then if you are completely agree or disagree, then you must mention this word, I completely agree or I completely disagree. Why? Because they are asking extent, means आप किस हद तक इस statement से सहमत हो. So we have to mention I completely agree, I completely disagree, or I partially agree. So do not forget to do this thing. Okay. But when the essay is agree, disagree, simply write I agree with the notion, I disagree with the notion or with the statement. Fine. And when you are doing this type of essay, there are two ways to deal with to what extent do you agree essay. Either you can go, I completely agree, or I completely disagree. Then it becomes only agree, disagree essay. But if you go partially, then you have to discuss both sides of the essay, that why are you agree or why are you disagree, both paragraphs. But the best way to deal this type of essay is choose one side. I completely agree or I completely disagree. In that case, it will become only agree or disagree essay only. Next type of essay is problem solution. Like they'll give you a statement, then they can simply ask you what are the problems which are happening because of this and what solutions can you offer. When you're getting this type of essay, then you have to write 2 body paragraphs. In the first body para, you will discuss problems. In the second body paragraph, you will discuss solutions. So whatever problems you have mentioned in the problem paragraph, you have to give solution for the same. Like this should not happen कि आपने problems कुछ और लिखी हैं और आप solution किसी और चीज का दे रहे हो. In that case, what will happen? Your score will be deducted. And the next type of essay is advantages and disadvantages. Like they can give you a situation. Then question would be, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this trend? In this essay, again, you will write 2 body paragraphs. In the first body para, you will talk about the advantages. In the second body para, whatever topic is given, you need to write about disadvantages. Okay. So most of the essays, have 4 body paragraph structure. So we can say, first of all, there is introduction. Then there is body paragraph 1, then body paragraph 2, then finally there is conclusion. There is hardly one type of essay which requires 3 body paragraph structure. So I'm just going to discuss that only. When this type of essay comes in the examination, discuss both views and give your opinion. It is good if you follow the 3 body paragraph structure. How 3 body paragraphs? Because in the first body para, you will discuss first side of argument. In the second body paragraph, you will write second type of argument. And this essay is, separately asking, I'm highlighting this thing, give your opinion. In this type of essay, when you have to give your opinion, so it's good if you create a very short third body paragraph. That can be created like this: in my opinion, or you can write according to me, in my viewpoint. Like any formal statement can be used to give your opinion. So the length of this paragraph is usually very short. This paragraph will have just 3 to 4 lines. What you can do, directly give your opinion, or if you do not want to write your opinion, just after giving your opinion, you can write a suitable example which should justify your opinion clearly. So if you're writing 3 body paragraphs in this type of essay, so you can add 3 examples. If you're not adding 3 examples, suppose you're not adding example in this third opinion paragraph, that's fine. But in both body paragraphs, example is always must. Sometimes, student who do self preparation, who don't want to spend money on coachings, what they do, they simply start watching YouTube channels. I would not criticize any channel or any trainer. It's a good way, you must follow. But the thing is, if you're doing so, follow one channel only. It should not happen that you have subscribed 10 channels. You are learning the introduction strategy from one channel, body paragraph 1 strategy from another channel, from a third channel you are learning the conclusion part. That should not happen at all. Fine. So follow one channel, and you guys need to make sure that you are following a reputed channel. Like trainers should be highly qualified or certified. If you feel that they have good ranking, people are liking or watching their videos, only then follow their methodologies. Okay. And then next type of essay is, this is a challenging kind of essay. Do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? So when you will be getting, this kind of question, you will get the same statement in the essay also. In this type of essay, you have to tell this has more advantages or this trend has more disadvantages. So whatever your opinion is, accordingly, you can write your essay. Now, these are the types of essays. If you're doing self-preparation or if you are a beginner for the IELTS preparation, simply, first of all, note down the types of the essays and practice one type of essay every day. Okay, like if you do not practice, then simply in examination you can stuck. Maybe you will write essay, but what will be the result? Maximum score would be 6 if you're sitting in exam without proper preparation. Got it? Now let's come to the structure part. Most of the essays have 4 paragraph structure. First paragraph is always introduction. In introduction, as we know, we have to paraphrase the topic first, paraphrase the topic in your own language. So students who are new to IELTS, let me tell you what is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means you have to write the topic in your own language. You can change the language of the question. If I read the question which is given to you, or if I read your response, I should get the same meaning. Simply what you can do, change the vocabulary words or change the tense type. For example, I'll give you one sentence. Nowadays, children have lot of health issues. If I have to paraphrase this sentence, I can do in this way. These days, children are having lot of health related concerns. So if you will listen the first sentence, if you will listen the second sentence, in Hindi, Punjabi, whatever your mother tongue is, meaning will remain same. This is called paraphrasing. And students, when we are writing introduction, after paraphrasing, whatever is the type of question, you have to clarify, question part clearly in the introduction only. Suppose paraphrasing is done and the essay is agree, disagree, then simply you have to tell, I agree with the statement, I agree with the notion. And if the essay is problem solution, then you have to tell these are the common problems and I will offer solutions for the same. So if you do not answer the question properly in the introduction itself, your score would be deducted. Okay. And we have to write 2 body paragraphs. In each body paragraph, example is must. It should not happen that you have written example in the one body para and your example is missing in the second body paragraph. You have to write proper example in both body paragraph. And your example should directly support your idea. Sometimes, students who are weak at writing examples, they write example very nicely, but what is the mistake which they are doing commonly? Their example do not support their opinion properly. So that should not happen, Guys, wait a minute. Let me share screen again. Okay, so example should directly support your main idea of the body paragraph. An example in both body paragraphs is always important. This should not happen that you have written example in the first body para, but you are not writing in the second body paragraph. And in first body para, if you are using the word for example to write example, in the second body paragraph, use other words. Do not repeat the same word. We can use, for instance, to illustrate, to cite an example, to exemplify. Use different words. Repetition should not be there. So once your body paragraphs are written, then the final is conclusion. The length of the conclusion should be similar to introduction. For example, in introduction, if you have written 55 words, then conclusion can have 40 to 60 words. Like, structure is really important when we are doing writing part. So your body paragraphs should have same length. It should look similar. Introduction and conclusion should have same length. It should not happen that body paragraph 2 has just 3 lines and body paragraph 2 is having 7 to 8 lines. No, that would be a wrong approach. If you experiment with the structure, maximum score you guys can expect is 5.5. And word count, that is really important. Minimum is 250 words. If you write even 248 words by mistake, suppose you do not count your words, maximum score is 6. 6 bhi tabhi aayega if you have written your essay very well, like it has no grammatical mistakes and vocabulary is fine and structure is okay. So word count and structure, these are the main things. As you all know, nowadays writing is the most challenging part for everyone. You must be seeing many posts on the daily basis on the FB that I stuck at 6.5. I attempted 4 times, I attempted 5 times, but I cannot crack 7 times. So students are not aware that what silly mistakes they are doing. Excuse me, I don't know, there is loud noise at somebody's background. So please, if somebody is having noise at their back, you can mute yourself. Okay, so this is the main structure for maximum essays: introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, then there should be a conclusion. Okay, and only that type of essay discuss both views, repeating again and give your opinion. This type of essay should have 3 body paragraphs. Like this kind of structure, when you follow 3 body paragraph structure for this type of essay liked by the examiner. Guys, we have mute option. If you're sneezing, coughing, if somebody is speaking at your back, please mute yourself. Okay, now let's discuss common do's for essay writing. As I have already explained, minimum word count is 250, maximum is 300 words. Make sure, as you know, there are 40 minutes for essay writing. First 4 to 5 minutes can be used for the preparation part. Your essay should be finished maximum in 37 minutes, so that you won't lose your speed or focus in the final examination. So time management is really important, and you should maintain it from day one. Maximum words should be written 300, but sometimes when we are writing on a topic like discuss both views and give your opinion, and this type of essay as well, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. When we are doing this kind of essays, sometimes we have to write more. Then maximum you can write 305 words, but do not exceed the word count more than this. And when we are doing essay writing, always prepare your vocabulary first. Like your synonyms should be ready before you start writing your final response for essay writing. Otherwise, what happens if students do not prepare their vocabulary in advance? Till end, they keep on repeating the same word. For example, the topic is about education, and you are using word students, but you haven't prepared your vocabulary. What will happen? Till end of your essay, you will keep repeating student word again and again. So in that case, vocabulary parameter is there. You will score maximum 6 if your vocabulary is just average. Next thing, when we are doing essay writing, first of all, identify the type of the task. Like the essay is about problem solution, agree, disagree, you should have a clear picture in your mind. And as I said earlier, example is must in both body paragraphs. The most common mistake which students do when they're channels and when they're just reading essays blindly, which are available on the internet, they try to, guys who is creating noise, then they just try to implement new vocabulary words. Then they simply conclude their essay by using these words in a nutshell, to recapitulate, to sum up, like many new types of words I can see. Students who are doing self preparation, sometimes they share their essays with me, ma'am, can you evaluate then I give them feedback. These two methods only should be used when you are writing the conclusion part. In conclusion or to conclude, comma. These two words must be followed by the comma, then simply conclude your topic. Okay. Now, what are the don'ts for essay writing? As I said, these words should be avoided. Follow this pattern only. And phrasal verbs should be avoided. Phrasal verbs are combination of two words like back out, break up, move out, you know. These kind of words are called phrasal verbs. It's good if you use in speaking, but these are considered informal. And informal language is not allowed at all in the essay writing. Sometimes, you know, students, they do ask me, can we add idioms in essay writing? It was allowed to write idioms in essay writing till the year 2013 or 14. But now pattern has been changed. Examiners are really rigid. Idioms are considered informal. Use them in speaking. It will increase your band score, but avoid writing them in the essay writing. If you are using them, phrasal verbs and idioms, then your score will be deducted because it is informal language. And vocabulary. Sometimes, you know, students, they don't understand what is the meaning of the vocabulary. For students, the meaning of the vocabulary is change the words in the essay writing every now and then. That's fine. Yes, we have to change the words. Repetition should be avoided. But before choosing any word for your essay writing, you need to check whether it's formal or informal. Informal words should be avoided. For example, for children, people commonly use kids word. Fine, use it in speaking, but not in essay writing. For people, students use folks word. Again, this is informal. Now, the question of the students is, ma'am, how to check what is the formal word and what is the informal word? If you are doubtful, simply put the word on google.com. Okay, put the word and then on Google, check synonym. Okay, I'm not good at typing. So if I'm making, you know, spelling errors while typing, so please excuse me for that. So when Google will show you the result, if Google is showing informal with any word, then simply avoid using that word. That should not be used in essay writing. Fine. And word count, yes, it should be minimum 250. And if you have time for your preparation, you know, then try to write one essay every day. Suppose you just have started and you are starting your preparation with agree disagree type of essay. So good idea, for 2 days practice only agree disagree type of essay. Once structure is clear, you have clear picture in your mind that how to write introduction, conclusion, body paragraphs for this type of essay, then switch to next type like problem solution. But you must practice all types of essays. Fine. And if you want to improve your vocabulary, start reading English articles, watch English movies, whatever you like. You can do that, but try to learn new vocabulary words every day. You can prepare notes for vocabulary. Suppose for essay writing, you know, there are many topics like crime is there, education, global warming. According to the topic, you can prepare vocabulary notes on your computer, in your notebook, so that you know, you can have common vocabulary words on your fingertips when you are writing. For example, essays problem solution, and as I said, we have to change words, you know. For problem, what other words we can use? You can use challenges, difficulties, you know, issues. So this is how common vocabulary words should be on your tips. If there says advantages and disadvantages, from beginning till end, we cannot use advantages words. For advantages, you can use merits, benefits, you know. So this is how common vocabulary should be on your fingertips. And if you have problem with grammar, you know, you don't know how to use grammar properly, then try to learn tenses, learn modal verbs. Fine. Like your grammar should be perfectly fine. If you're weak at grammar, then maximum Doesn't matter how much high-fi vocabulary you are using in your essay writing, your maximum score would be 5.5. So if you want to score high in the writing and speaking section, simply you have to, improve your grammar. And believe me, if you're already weak in grammar, I will never suggest that you guys should enroll directly in the IELTS preparation course. First of all, you all can improve your grammar by joining spoken English classes, or you can do self-preparation. These days, there are many resources. So once you are confident that now your grammar is okay, only then one should switch to the IELTS preparation classes. So these are the common do's and don'ts regarding essay writing. Okay. So any doubts, any questions, you guys can message me individually, or if you need more sessions, then everyone has my WhatsApp number. Just message me, then accordingly, I'll try to arrange one more session for all of you according to your requirements and doubts. Okay. If anyone has any questions, then you can ask me. Fine, I'll just over the session for now. So please, if you have any doubts, you all can message me personally, but in my free time only, I can get back to your queries. Fine. All right. Thank you, everyone. Stay home, stay safe. I'll just end the session for now.